Alright everyone, welcome to the next video. In this video what I want to do is update on some rankings we now have from the first post. It's 10 days later, okay? So today's July 20th. We made our post on July 10th as we see in our log here. Remember from podcast, exactly 10 days ago. You can see 720 down the corner here. Alright. And these are some of the rankings we have. We're on page 2 for 3 terms, then page 4 for 1, then like page 9 for 1. Not super competitive terms, but supposedly there's a 30-day wait period for all links now. You know, we kind of just put that theory to rest because in 10 days we've got some terms to page 2. It doesn't mean there's not a 30-day wait period for some terms. Maybe there is for more competitive terms. But I don't think anyone's figured that out yet, but it's not around the board. That's for sure. Let's actually go and look at one of these keywords really quick. We'll look at the best ranking one. And remember, we put this, you can see the graph here as it went up. Okay. We put in this link on the 10th, okay, and it had no ranking on the 11th, and it actually kicked in 2 days later. Okay. So this link kicked in 2 days after we put it in. For the next 2 days after that, it kind of stayed there, and then it fell off for a day, and then it came back stronger. And then it moved up to where it is now about a week later. So we saw some decent movement 2 days later, and then more decent movement 6 days later, and then another decent jump a week in. Okay, and that's kind of where it's been ever since for the last 4 days. All right. So I mean, this kind of in a way proves that links can kick in quicker, but overall it's definitely slower. Okay? I can tell you for sure it's slower. And this is a pretty easy term. Before, this probably would have been top of page 1 by now, but you know it's just slower. Okay, but the 30-day wait period, I don't totally believe that, and I think this shows it. Okay. All right. So the next thing I want to do is start our second post. Okay, we have this page here on car insurance in Franklin. I wasn't aware that we're actually going after car insurance agent in Franklin, Tennessee, or in Franklin, Tennessee, you know, car insurance agent. I thought it was just car insurance. So what I'm going to do, since I don't have a link, any links to this page yet, I'm just going to add in agents to the URL, and we should be fine. If it already had links to it and it was ranking, I probably wouldn't add it. I would just add it in the title and go from there. Or I would do a 301 redirect. That's a little more advanced. I wouldn't worry about that. But since this page has no links, just a miscommunication, no big deal. I'll just add agents in the URL, and then we'll send our link to that. Okay, and I'll also fix up the title a little bit because we don't have agent in the title. So let's go do that now. I'm gonna go log into Franklin TN Guide, which is our main site. All right, so let's go to our pages. And let's go to our insurance one. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is just add in agents in the URL. And then for our SEO title, I'm going to change this around a little bit. Car insurance in Franklin, Tennessee. How about like find an agent? Something like that. Because then we got agent in the title as well. Alright, and then I'm just going to update that. And I could have put agent in here, you know, Franklin TN Car Insurance, it's something like that with agent in the beginning, but it's here. It's fine to have it there, because especially since I have it in the URL. Now, if I didn't have it in the URL, like if I just decided to keep car insurance and just take care of it with my title, I would put it in the beginning, like, you know, I'd probably change this to like my most important keyword as the beginning of the title. Like, so if my most important keyword was Franklin TN Car Insurance Agent, that's what I would put as the title, and then slash like site name, something like that. All right. But since I did put it agents in the URL, it's okay to not put it together with that and kind of put it back here, staying away from over optimization, but still putting in that keyword since it's already in the URL. So let's go ahead and update that. And this might slow us down a little bit because they probably already have this page indexed, the car insurance page. So it's going to take a little bit, especially with this new algorithm. That's taking longer as well, like a couple weeks sometimes, to get the new URL. But that's okay, because again, this site's not in a rush, and it's not super important. We already have one-page ranking, which we just want to show you guys the ropes here, and we know it's working. So, but it just may take a little longer. That's all. Okay, but that's okay. No big deal. All right, so we got our URL changed, got our title changed. I want to make sure agent is in the content, and I looked at this before, and it is once. It's like down here. Where is it? Here it is right here. That's like the only place it is. And if you want to search, you can go click over here and find. Just type in agent, and it will show you all the occurrences of agent. There's one, just one in the content, the one I just showed you. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just add it one more time, probably with car insurance. And a good place for that's like right here, Carolina Pacific State Farm car insurance agent. Alright, that just gets car insurance agent in the content. Helps them let them know that's what it is, what our content is about. We could have put it here, but it's fine up here. So I'm going to update that again. So now our landing page is set. It's optimized the way I want it. Again, I wish I set the URL with agents in it before, but I didn't know we were going after agents. Just adding it now. It will just slow us down a little bit. It should get indexed later on and be fine. Alright, so now we're going to log into our next blog network site. I'm going to use this site now. It's the next on my list. It was showing a maybe PR3. And you guys saw the metrics for it when I did that analyzation in a previous video. You can go back and look at it if you want. And I wanted somewhat one of my stronger sites out of the 6 because this is now going to link to the car insurance page. And since last time I linked to both the home page and an inner page, this time I'm just going to link to that car insurance page by itself. Because I like mixing it up like that. I'll link to one page from a network site. The next network site I might link to one page again. The third time I might link to 2 pages. The fourth site I use I might link to 1 again. Maybe the fifth I'll link to 3. So I like switching it up like that because you just have different amounts of incoming links from different sites. Okay. Alright, so we're going to be going to... Let's actually reload this so we get the proper URL. We now have agents in there. Let's actually go see if this old URL is indexed. I'm just interested to see. It should be. Yeah, it is indexed, so the indexing of the new URL will definitely slow us down. But, it's okay. We see it working fine with the first one, so not a huge deal. And it should rank eventually anyway, so. Alright, where was I? Alright, I'm going to put this URL. We're going to be linking to that URL. Okay, and we'll figure out our anchor in just a minute once I log in. So let me log into this network site. We gotta get it all set up. Oops. What did I make the password as? There we go. Alright, so I'm going to set this site up the same way I did the previous site. You don't need to see me go through that. The only thing you really need to say is probably, I'm going to change the title again. It's going to be about car insurance agents. So I can do Arena Discovery. Find your car insurance agent. Or how about find the right car insurance, locate an agent. Alright, it's kind of theming this site to be about car insurance. And now I'm going to go delete the post, delete the page, and set up the plugins. I'll be right back. Alright, so I activated Qzx899. I could delete this if I want. I got limit login intents for when I set up WordPress. I added Link Juice Keeper, added Social Explosion, and added Spider Spanker. Alright, we talked about all that last video. So all of our plugins are ready and we're good to go. So let's go ahead and post this. And add new. I just got a random article here on car insurance. Is that one article? Oh well, if it's not. Alright. Now I'm going to go to Copyscape and make sure this does not show up anywhere else on the web, because I have writers write these articles for cheap. I want to make sure they don't plagiarize them. Alright, no results. This is an original article. Good to use. Let's go ahead and paste it in here. I'm just fixing some of the spelling. Sometimes they mess up a little bit. Alright, so the article was titled... Alright, deductibles and claims. So for the title, I'm just going to do car insurance, deductibles. Is it IB? Yeah, deductibles and claims. I'm going to go find an authority link for this. DMV or Wikipedia would be good. How stuff works. Let's go with DMV. Alright, so we got an authority link right there. Let's figure out what we want our anchor text to be. I can probably just do Franklin TN car insurance agent. Well, since I started this one with Franklin TN, it probably doesn't matter, but just I'm always trying to be safe like this. I'll do the other way around, car insurance agent in Franklin, Tennessee. Okay. Franklin TN. Alright, so that's where we're going to put it in as car insurance agent in Franklin, Tennessee. What I can do is put Nashville here, or what are we doing Nashville? What were the key? Franklin. To kind of make this about Franklin. Kind of themes the article to be about Franklin. I could actually do another authority link here for Franklin, Tennessee. Get like a Franklin government page. Did we do that on the first one? I think we might have. Let's go check it. I just don't want to link to the same site again. It would be fine too, but if I can help it, I want to link to a different one. Yeah, we linked to franklin-gov.com. Alright, so I can go to the Wikipedia one. I can go to downtown Franklin. Probably to the Wikipedia. This is a PR4, not super authoritative. We know Wikipedia will be. So let's go ahead and link to Wikipedia. Alright. I'm just going to add Franklin again. Just help the article be more about Franklin. Function. I just added this in to get the keyword in. If you need help finding a car insurance agent in Franklin, TN, which is going to be our anchor text, car insurance agent in Franklin, TN. The FranklinTNGuide.com does a great job of reviewing some of the better agents. And I'm not going to link FranklinTNGuide.com because, like I explained in the beginning of the video, we already linked to 2 locations of this site. We linked to the home page and the real estate agent's URL or page in the first one. So I'm just going to link to the car insurance agents page in this one, not the home page or anything else. So let's go ahead and copy this. Paste it in. Always make sure there's not a space on the end because that can mess up your linking. And then agent in Franklin. Sometimes I'll do an exact title again. Sometimes I'll shorten it. Sometimes I'll do something general. I mix it up. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Alright, so we got that. Alright, and this link is coming from this network site. So I'm going to go back to my log and log that in, the PBN name. The date I put it in, 7/20/14. It had no position when I put it in. Tracking the same keyword, I use Social Explosion, that's my notes. And that's good to go, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. Alright, let's see if I want to put a name more. I already got 2 outbound authority links. I could do another one, but not needed. That's good. So let's maybe put like a video right here. So I'm going to put a space, center it, find that code, and then paste in a video there. It's supposed to be right here. Sometimes... Oh, here it is right here. Okay. So I'm going to put my video code right there. So let's go to YouTube. And get a video for like finding a car insurance agent. Alright, is this good enough? Tips on buying car insurance.
Welcome to MMA Heat, the show that's all about heart and...
So let's click on share, embed, copy the embed code, paste it in between where I put that center, and make sure it shows up right. There it is right there. Okay, I could add in a picture too because I don't think we did on the last one, but it's okay. This is only our second post. I'll switch up the next one if need be. I guess category we can just do insurance, something general. Tags, I'll just do car insurance and agents. Again, sometimes I'll put tags, sometimes I won't, sometimes I'll put category, sometimes I won't. So I'm always switching it up. In this one, I'm going to do a category and a tag. Alright, we got our video in there. Oh, I never changed my permalinks. So we can see it showing up as /p=9, so I'm going to go do that really quick. I just saved it as a draft so I don't lose anything. Let's go to permalinks. Post name, save. Actually, you know what I could do is just switch it up a little bit. We'll do category and post name. Then it'll include whatever category it's in as well. Just kind of, again, change it up. Usually I just use post name, but just showing you how I switch it up. So let's go back to the post now. Now it shows up like that. As you can see, it just adds insurance in there because I'd added category to the permalink. That's what it does. Since we have insurance clicked here, it shows up in the URL. Alright, so I think we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and publish this. Now let's go to the home page and make sure everything's showing up correctly. And it is. I think we're still using the generic theme. I forgot to change that as well. But I'll change that off the video. It's not a big deal. Again, I just choose themes that don't have the read more. They show the whole post. So I'll change that when the video's done. Not a big deal. You saw me do that last video. Alright, so everything looks good. 2 outbound authority links. There's our link right there. Make sure it's going to the right place, and it is. We can check these links. Make sure they're linked properly, and they are. There's our video. Alright, it all looks good. Alright, so our second post is done. I thought it was pretty cool to see this information. You know, how we saw movement from the link, especially with what's supposed to be a 30-day hold in place. You know, again, I don't think that's true, especially from seeing this and other case studies I'm seeing. But all right, so again, it's been 10 days. I'll probably wait, I don't know, another 10 days or so. I'll see what happens with the rankings. Again, we're in no rush for this site, so I could have moved quicker if I wanted to, but you know, I have no need to. So waiting 10 days is fine. Okay, I could have waited 2, could have waited 5. I waited 10. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video whenever I decide to put in the next link. Alright everyone, it's Greg here. In this video we're going to cover, you know, the ranking updates that happened since our last post, which we did our first post for the car insurance page. You see it's ranking for some terms. It's the 3rd of August, so it's been about 2 weeks since the last post. Man, time flies. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. And again, I'm not in a rush for this project, so you know, I could have done this next link we're going to do today quicker, but I'm not in a rush. Time flies. I know I got to it 2 weeks later, that's when I'm getting to it. So, but I could have done this, you know, the post we're doing today a week ago, 10 days ago, whatever the case may be. But I waited 13 days. I believe 13 or 4, 2 weeks exactly, actually, I think. All right, so we're going to take a look at the ranking updates. We'll look a little bit at the real estate, mostly at the car insurance, since we made that post on the 20th, I believe. Yeah, we made that on July 20th. We made this post to the rennes-discovery.com PBN with this anchor text. All right. And then we'll look at a little bit these keywords. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover some new kind of tricks I'm using for PBNs. I think you guys will really like that. So, you know, some new stuff I've been doing. I think it's helping, and it's a good mix-up. So we'll go into that once we go over these rankings. I think everyone's going to love that part. All right, so let's first go look at our top ranked keyword here. It's ranking number 22, car insurance in Franklin, TN. And I think everyone will find this pretty interesting. Let's go to page 2. We put on the link on the 20th. Look when the ranking started, on the 20th. So not even a day after I put in the links, it started showing rankings. Pretty cool. And then, but now that could have been from the change of URL. Remember we changed, let's go to the Franklin site. TN. I just kind of thought of this as I was talking about it. That's the car insurance. Remember, we had this as just car insurance. It could have been something with changing the URL. I'm not positive. But either way, we can see that that day the ranking started. And then even if it wasn't from that, then, you know, 1, 2, 3 days later, it jumped way up. Okay? So it looks like this link probably kicked in a very little bit at first for some reason. It kicked in very quick. That would be my guess. It's from the link, not the URL change. So we just added agents. And what's ranking is not anything to do with agents. It's just car insurance in Franklin. So it seems like a little bit of rankings came in right away, like that day, which I don't see often, by the way. And then 3 days later, we got another boost, which I do see often, you know, 3 days. And then, you know, for a lot of terms, especially competitive keywords, seems like about a month later you get, you know, a bigger boost. So, you know, we'll see what happens with this. It might work differently with smaller keywords, which this will help us figure out. But that's what we saw so far. We saw pretty quick jumps. You know, jump right away and then another jump 3 days later. So, you know, that throws the 30-day wait period across the board, at least, out the window, as we discussed in the last video. All right. So let's go back to our sheet here. We still got terms moving up. This was like number 15, I think, last time. Looks like it moved up a little bit. I think it's been jumping around a little bit, but for the most part, you know, it's kind of steadily moving up. You know, moved down for a little bit there, and then it jumped back up. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. We're gonna hit it with another link today. I'm gonna link to this page and the car insurance page on the same post. So that's one of the unique things I'm going to show you guys. And another thing is using the sidebar for linking it, and we'll go into that in just a second here. Alright, but again, these are the rankings. After 2 links from 2 domains that cost us $69 each, and remember, we can use those domains for other linking purposes if we want. So that's why PBNs are so powerful, because they're just so, you have so much power with them. You can not only can I rank this site, but I can rank another site. I can rank 10 other sites if I want, depending how I set it up. So they're just so valuable. And that's why I get new PBNs every single day. Even Franklin Car Insurance here is starting to appear. It's on page 6 right now. So the only things not ranking are Franklin Real Estate Agent and Franklin Real Estate Agents. So only 2. But we'll see what happens when we do these next links. Alright, so the next links I'm going to do, since I'm going to do 2 money keywords, I want to use my strongest site. So the next site I'm using is my lostsoundorchestra.org site. This is my most powerful site that I got out of those 6. So I'm going to go ahead and log in the back end here. And now what I'm going to do is just the same thing I always do. I'm going to delete the post, delete the page, do the permalinks. You guys have seen me do all this, add the necessary plugins, and then I'll be right back. Again, you've seen me do this on other videos, so I don't want to repeat stuff and waste your time. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Alright, so I got all my plugins installed here. The last thing I did was I changed the site title and tagline. I'm going to make this site about, I just created something, made something up. The site name's Lost Sound Orchestra. So the site title, I did Lost Sound Orchestra of Nashville, and then tagline Nashville TM Business Directory. And the reason I'm doing this is just making it more relevant. Again, I'm only going to be using these for these sites, so I can do that. And if I wasn't making it just for these sites, I could use it for other stuff, and it would probably be fine. But having it like this, it's an obvious thing to do since I'm only going to be using it for these sites. But again, even if I was linking to other sites that aren't about Nashville, I could still do that and get away with it. I mean, think about it, when you title your sites, if I title it Lost Sound Orchestra, welcome to our site, that's not really covering a specific topic. It could cover music a little bit, but you could still be putting like e-cigarette stuff on there and car insurance stuff and all that stuff. And that's the way that a lot of my PBNs are set up with a general name where it doesn't really match anything. So having it like this and doing a site about Dallas plumbers would still be fine. It wouldn't be as relevant to the site title, but it would still pass that juice. So I just want people to know that and understand that. Alright, but I am setting up this way because it should help with relevancy, having Nashville in the site title and tagline. I'm kind of setting it up as a directory, and one of the reasons I'm doing that is because I'm going to be linking to both the car insurance page and the real estate page. So I'm going to be linking to this page and this page. Alright, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that and still have it make sense. And I'm going to be using a sidebar, which is new to pretty much everyone, I believe. Alright, so and I also installed a new theme, which I usually always do. I try to switch up my themes. This is what it looks like now. Oh, and this is the old site title. That was just generic when I created it. Now it says Lost Sound Orchestra of Nashville, Nashville TM Business Directory. Okay, and that's what the title is up here. Alright, so now let's go in and do our post. Or we could do the sidebar first. Let's do the post first, then we'll go to the sidebar. So I'm going to make the post about car insurance. So I just have a generic car insurance article here. I'm going to run this through Copyscape. Make sure it's not plagiarized, because it was done by a writer. And it's not, no results found, so it's good to use. So let's go to post and add new. And let's paste that in. There's a misspelling there. Now there's some bolding going on here that I don't like. So I'm just going to copy the whole article, bold and unbold, and that will unbold it, the parts I didn't want. I can bold these to make it look a little better. I try to make the, article look decent. Why is it doing that? Alright, I guess I'm not going to be bolding the numbers. Computers. Alright, so we're not going to bold anything then. Screw it. Alright, I don't worry too much about that stuff. If I have a problem like that, it's not a big deal. Okay. So the title of this was Killer Tips for Car Insurance Claims Settlement. So I'll just do tips for car insurance claims. So now I'm just going to figure out what anchor text I want to use. I'm going to delete this article so I don't use it again. Save it. Let's see. This is going to be for the car insurance one. I want something good because this is one of my strongest sites. So I'll probably just reverse this and do Franklin TN Car Insurance Agent. Alright, and this is from Lost Sound Orchestra. It's going to be done on 8/3/14. And let's see if we can find the exact positioning for that keyword, Franklin TN Car Insurance Agent. Here it is right here, Franklin TN Car Insurance Agent. It's ranked number 24 right now. So I want to write down that ranking so I can see what this link does for the rankings. And I don't put anything in the keyword because it's the same keywords I'm tracking right here. Alright, now if I was tracking a different keyword, like just Franklin Car Insurance Agent without TN in there, then I would write that note in here. That's how I use my spreadsheet. Alright, so Franklin TN Car Insurance Agent. I gotta find a good spot to put that in. Let's see how we want to do this. Is that the keyword? Franklin TN Car Insurance Agent? Yeah. So I just kind of slickly put that in there, as you can see. Okay, I want to make sure there's no space on the end here. And again, you guys have heard me talk about the title of the link. I mix it up. Sometimes I'll do the exact keyword, sometimes something partial keyword, sometimes I'll just do agent, sometimes I'll put nothing. I switch it up, so. Alright, so we got our link in there. And that might be all I do for the article, and I'll show you why in just a second. I'll do one outbound authority link down here. So let's go look for a good link for this. We'll link out to the DMV. So that's going to be my outbound authority link. Alright, now what I'm going to do, let's put this in a category. Let's put it in, let's say business. Now I'm just going to save this, and I'm going to show you why in a second. So I'm going to save the draft, and I spelled this wrong up here. Let me fix that. Save it again. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to go do something with the sidebar. The sidebar is this thing over here. Okay, so let's go check this out. What you do to get there is you go to Appearance and Widgets. Now what I'm going to do is I don't need all this stuff in here. I'll leave some of it in sometimes. I'll take some of it out. This time I'm going to get rid of the meta, get rid of categories, and get rid of archives. I'm going to put a calendar up there just because I think it looks cool. One thing I do every once in a while, I'll do it for this one so you guys can use it yourselves. I'll put an RSS feed in here because this will kind of keep up to date. So let's go to Google and let's do find an RSS feed. Use this site right here, ctrlq.org RSS. I always just go and search for this and then just hit this result. And I want something about Nashville, Tennessee. Right, this is the Nashville travel guide. Let's see. I'm going to use the best one. I just want something about Nashville. News about Nashville. I like that. So let's get that RSS feed and copy this. Okay, we're going to copy that RSS feed address. All I did again was I went to the one I wanted. This is going to be all news about Nashville. I like that. Hit RSS feed. This pops up and copy this address. So I'm going to go back there and now put this address right here. And I'm going to give it the title, Nashville News. I'll display author name and date. I'll have it display 5. I play with that number. Sometimes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 in rare occasions. So now let's save that. Alright, so we got our RSS in there. Now I'm going to put in a couple text boxes. So there's 1, and there's 2. I'm going to make one of them a video and one of them a link out to our site. So let's go get our video first. And I just want the video to be something about Nashville, Tennessee tour. It would be fine. Something general about Nashville. Alright, so we can use this one. So let's go click the share button down here, embed, copy the embed code. And I'm going to name this Nashville tour. And then just copy that embed code in there and hit save. So now we got a video in our sidebar. Now we're going to create our other link. Okay, so let's go to this box. And we did car insurance. What did we do? What was our article about? I forget already. Yeah, we did car insurance. The other one's going to be real estate. Okay, so what I can do here is Nashville real estate for the title. I can do something a little crafty like this. If you are looking to move to the Nashville, Tennessee area, and I can also put in a link for Nashville, Tennessee here to help theme the site. So let's go get a good link for Nashville, Tennessee. I forget which ones we used already. Typically, I would use ones that we haven't used yet. I think we've used Nashville.gov and Visit Music City. And it's not a big deal if we use the same one again, a second time, but typically I just like to use different if I can. I'm going to guess we haven't used this yet. If we have, it's not a huge deal. And to put links in here, you have to use the actual HTML code. So it's href equals, paste in your address and the quotation and end the code there. That's exactly how you do a link. And then to end it, you do the less than sign / a greater than sign. Alright. Anytime you add a link in the sidebar, that's how you do it. Just copy that code and put your URL in between here. So again, it's just a space href equals quotation, anchor text goes in between there, URL goes right there. Okay? URL, anchor text. I can actually put that in for you so it's easier to read. URL goes here, anchor text goes here, and that's how the links work for here. It's simple HTML code. Alright, and that's what I did right there. I'm just creating an authority link right here for Nashville, Tennessee, just to help theme this site again. Alright, so if you're looking to move into the Nashville, Tennessee area, we have... Actually, this isn't Nashville, is it? This is Franklin. Are we doing Franklin? Yeah, we're doing Franklin real estate. We don't want Nashville, we want Franklin. Sorry about that. You guys get the gist, though. So let's go to Franklin. Alright, we use Franklin Gov, I know that. We'll just use this one, downtown Franklin. Or do we probably use that too? Let's use the Wikipedia for that. We'll just switch out the Nashville Wikipedia for the Franklin. So it's going to replace this URL with my Franklin one. And then name this Franklin. Alright. So, if you're looking to move into the Franklin, Tennessee area, we have some great real estate options available for you. So what anchor text do we want to use? We want to use let's do like real estate agents in Franklin maybe. Let's try that. Real estate agents in Franklin. Alright. Again to Lost Sound Orchestra. 8314. Let's see where this keyword's ranking. Real estate agents in Franklin. Are we not tracking this? No, we're not tracking that keyword. So now I'm just going to go look manually real quick, see if I can find this. So let's see. I don't expect to be on the first page. It's not on second page. A lot of times I will search manually like this. Even if Microsite Master says something else, I'll just double check it manually to see exactly where it is. So I don't see it yet. Page 6. Seven. Nothing yet. Page 9. I don't go past page 10. If it's past page 10, I just put NA as the ranking. Alright, so NA. So this has no ranking yet. NA. So that's the keyword we're tracking. So now I'm going to do social explosion, and I want to put a note that this is a sidebar link. Just because every bit of information is useful to me. Alright. So my link is real estate agents in Franklin. Alright, so I'm going to put my link in right here. Again, ahref equals quotation, paste in the link, and the quotation, and the bracket, and then end the HTML there. Alright, so now I'm going to save it. So now let's go back to our site and reload it. Let's see what we got here. Whoops. Alright, so check it out. Here's our link right here to our Franklin Outbound Authority link. Here's our link to our page about real estate agents in Franklin. Alright, and then we got our video right here, and then we got our RSS feed down here. And what's cool about this RSS feed is this will keep changing. You know, we'll get different news down here. It'll help keep our site updated in a way, because these will keep changing. Okay, so I've been using that every once in a while, and I use these sidebar links every once in a while. You know, especially if it's a site that has a lot of links. If I'm doing them all, if I've done them all in the content, I'll start adding in some sidebar links just to mix it up. Alright, so now let's actually go post our post and see what the whole thing looks at and take a look at the whole picture. So let's go ahead and publish. Alright, and that's loaded up. Alright. That's what it looks like. I just want to check my links. This one is going to that page, which is correct. Got an authority link down here. Going to DMV. I checked these two links already. They were good. So notice what I did here. I created a site that's themed around like Nashville, Tennessee. Actually, you know what? I did the wrong city, didn't I? Yeah, so let's go back to general. This is Franklin, not Nashville. We do so much Nashville stuff. That I mixed it up there. Alright, so Franklin, Tennessee Business Director. This is about Franklin, not Nashville. So let's save it. Reload. Alright, so the Los Angeles, so Franklin is a Franklin, Tennessee Business Directory. We have a post here about car insurance. We mentioned Franklin, Tennessee. Okay, it's mentioned up here, so that helps. You know, I could have put some more stuff about Franklin in here, but guess what? We got a link about Franklin in the sidebar, and we also have stuff about Franklin in the site title. And since I know that this site is only going to be about Franklin stuff, I can do that. And I don't really have to put Franklin in the article to make it more relevant, because I'm taking care of that in the site title, and also the sidebar I'm helping take care of that. Alright, and I'm also linking out to a Franklin, Tennessee authority site. Alright. So I have an article about car insurance, but in the sidebar I say, you know, well, this site's about Franklin, so I did a little note about Franklin, I did Nashville again, darn it. And I did Nashville for the video too. Let me go switch those out real quick. I'm dumb. Again, I'm so used to doing Nashville stuff. Let's share, embed, copy that code. Let's go back to our sidebar. Again, I apologize for that. And we did the RSS too. Let me pause this and I'll switch it all out. You guys don't have to watch me do this. Alright, sorry about that. I switched all of these out. For the RSS feed, what I did was, of course, I just went here and searched for Franklin, Tennessee. And I found one that was about its events in Franklin, so I just renamed the sidebar thing to Franklin Events. Okay, and I did that feed for that Franklin Events thing. That way, events for Franklin will pop up. You know, it helps with relevancy, and it will keep some new content coming in there. So let's reload this again. Sorry about that again with the Nashville thing. Everything should be about Franklin now. Franklin Real Estate, Franklin Tour, and then Franklin Events. And that feeds down, so I'm going to actually switch that out with something else. Let's go to... Could do Franklin Weather. So let's grab that, see if this one works. So we'll change this to Franklin Weather. Paste that in. Whoops. Paste that in, save it. And now let's reload. Let's see. There we go. And we got Franklin Weather down here. Pretty cool. This will change each day. So, you know, that really helps to make legit. You know, it tells you the temperature and all that stuff. So, cloudy, time. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so we have a whole site here revolving around Franklin. Even though I did an article about car insurance, I was able to work in real estate over here. Just because, I mean, if someone's visiting this site, let's think of it logically, and it's a business directory about Franklin, you know, this might be an article about how they can find certain car insurance, and over here it say, hey, you know, if you're new to the area, we offer real estate agents. So, you know, that's just, I thought it was just a pretty cool way to do it. And, you know, I'll do stuff like that with my other sites. A lot of times it's in the same exact niche. For example, let's say I'm doing like candles or something. I have an article about candles and I link to the candles, but then I also have a site about coupons for candles. I'll put coupon candles or candle coupons over here, and then links to my sites on candle coupons in that section. Alright, so I kind of mix stuff like that. Just an idea for you, and again, you can mix in these sidebar links. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll just do an article with just authority links in the article, and then I'll put my actual link in the sidebar. I've been doing that a little bit as well, too. I just started doing this not long ago. Seems to be working well. A nice little mix-up. Alright, so these links are in. Let's make sure I have them in my spreadsheet, and I do. Okay, and again, today is August 3rd. At this rate, I'll probably do my next video in like 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. Time's been flying, so whenever we do the next video, we'll see where the rankings went from there, and we'll take the next post from there. We got 3 network sites left to do what we want to do with. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Hey everyone, Greg here. Welcome to the next video. In this video, we're going to be updating some rankings. I'm going to cover what I think we found out about this delay that's going on. So I'll get into that, and then also we'll make another post. Okay, so these are the 3 posts we've done so far. We did one on July 10th to the home page and the real estates one. On July 20th, just to the car insurance, and then on August 3rd to the car insurance and real estate. Alright, now what I'm going to do, since I've already done 2 and 2, I don't want to have 3 out of 4 sites linking to multiple pages. I just like to be safe. It'll probably be fine, but for this next post, I'm going to link to just one page. Alright, I'm just going to link to the real estates page because the car insurance page is starting to shoot up. So I'm going to try to get this one, and the car insurance one got a link by itself right here, and the real estate one hasn't yet, and that could be why the car insurance one's doing a little better. There's other factors involved. It could still be coming up because of the delay going on, but let's go take a look at the rankings right now. We got some pretty good terms ranking. Like Franklin TN Car Insurance is number 7. And even these rankings, like you see Franklin Car Insurance number 30, that's actually number 19 now, so these are still moving up. And remember, the last link we did to this page was on 8/3. Today's the 20th. So it's 17 days later, about 2.5 weeks. And really that movement could be from this link right here. Okay, so this could be from a month ago, because this delay is about a month, and the movement started about 2 days ago. So let's go back here, and let's actually do a search incognito, so we know that it's real. We'll do Franklin TN Car Insurance, and here we are down here at number 7. Okay. And what's cool is the only sites in front of us are huge sites, besides one. Calculate Me, huge site. Allstate, State Farm, Nationwide, all huge insurance sites. Then the yellow pages, and then just this one, what seems like a business site. That's the only kind of personal type site that's ahead of us. And we've only used 2 links to this page. 2 network sites. They cost me $69 each that I rushed to buy. So that hopefully you're starting to see the power of blog networks here. Of course there's the delay going in place, but it still works, obviously. Alright? And then Franklin Car Insurance was showing number 30, but it's actually still moving up. So let's go search for this. Go to page 2, and then here we are at number 19, okay, for Franklin Car Insurance. And again, that's just off 2 links, and those links probably haven't had their full effect yet. Alright? So with this said, and the dates that we put in these links, here's what I think's going on with this delay. A lot of people are saying that there's a 30-day delay, but what I think is you still get an initial boost from your links, but you don't get a lot of the boost until about a month later. So since these keywords aren't like really tough, they're not easy keywords. Franklin Car Insurance is not an easy keyword. It's not tough, but it's not easy, to say the least. But since they're easier than a term like e-cigarette brands, you see that little bit of movement that you get because they're easier keywords than the bigger keywords. All right, now if we were going after e-cigarette brands and we did these links, we wouldn't see any movement yet. We might 30 days in see a little bit of movement, but we wouldn't see any movement right away. So what I think's going on with that, with the delay, is, you know, there is about a 30-day delay, but you do get an initial boost. A lot of people just aren't seeing that initial boost because they're going after more competitive keywords. That's what I'm getting from this and from other stuff that I'm doing. And I'm pretty sure that's the case. You never know. It could be something else, but I think that's what's going on. And I think that the movement we're seeing for the car insurance term is actually from this right here. Okay, I think we're getting that boost from this one, then we'll get another boost from this one here in about 2 weeks. And this one could still boost even more after a month. You know, no one really knows exactly how that works yet, but that's what I think's going on. And then this one right here. Let's see, Franklin T. Unreal. How's those keywords doing? Like number 16. Alright, so page 2 still. That hasn't moved much. And we haven't hit it again until the 3rd. Okay, so I expect this to keep going up. This one, it's probably got most of the juice from this right here already. And I expect this one to start kicking in more in about 2 weeks or so. Okay, so we should see it move up. But I'm going to send a link today just to this page. Again, because we sent a link to the car insurance page alone. So I want to do that for this one too, just because I think it focuses that juice all on one page. And also, you know, I used 2 sites already for 2 pages. You know, these 2 sites I use for 2 locations of the same site. Google considers how many referring domains you have compared to how many links you have. So if you have 100 links from, you know, 3 referring domains, that looks fishy. You know, especially if it's not a site-wide link, you're linked to a whole bunch of different pages. Whereas if you have 100 links from 60 referring domains, that's a lot better. Okay, so I want to kind of stick to that, and I want to get another link in here that's by itself. And even the one after that, I'll probably do by itself too. To what we'll see where the movement is, and we'll use it by itself. And then the last link, the 6th one, I may do 2. You know, we'll see what happens. We'll see where we are. And I always see what's going on first, and then make a decision from there. And what's funny about this is I was going to shoot a video a couple days ago. Before this, I saw this because this just started moving. Let's actually go look at the movement, the dates. It was at number 16, then it jumped up to number 5. I never saw it at number 5. When I searched manually, it's still at number 7, so I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I saw number 7. But it says it jumped up to 5 2 days ago, and then, or I'm sorry, yesterday, and then today, number 7. And before I saw that, I probably would have done something different with this next post, or I may have done something different. But now that I see this movement, I'm going to leave this alone and go hit the other page that's not doing as well. Alright. So let's go over to this, our next site. This is actually our weakest site out of the 6. So since it's the weakest one, what I would do is I would either link to the home page alone and just kind of use it for like a branding type link, like, you know, Franklin TN Guide or FranklinTNGuide.com to the home page, or link like a longer anchor text to one of my pages, which I'm probably going to do with, which I am going to do with this one. Okay, so I'm going to link to the real estate page, maybe with like a longer anchor text, something like that. Like maybe I'll mix branding with our keywords, so I'll do FranklinTNGuide.com/real estate agent, something like that. We'll figure it out as we do the post. I don't even know exactly what I'm going to do yet. So let's go ahead and log in. We'll go to our WP admin area. Alright. And I'm going to pause the video, upload all the plugins, delete the post and page, all that stuff. You guys have seen me do that. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll come right back. Alright, so I got all my plugins installed here. Let me center my camera there. I'd moved. Alright, so I got all my plugins installed. I put in Link Juice Keeper, Social Explosion, and Spider Spanker. We talked about this before. I deleted the post, deleted the page, changed the theme. So instead of this, it's now this. Alright, I just change the theme up as much as I can. Now what I'm going to do is go to settings, and I'm going to make this site about Franklin. So let's see. I'll just do like the East PC of Franklin, Tennessee. And then welcome to RPC. It's something easy, generic. I know I themed the other ones a lot towards Franklin. So I'll theme this one just a little less. Again, just always switching things up a little bit. So I'll go ahead and save that. And you'll see in our title up here, we'll go from the East PRC to the East PRC of Franklin, Tennessee. Alright. So now let's go in and make a post. Add new. And I got my article over here. Okay, I just copied it. I already ran it through Copyscape, but I'm going to do it again just so you can see it. Alright, 784 words, no results found, so we're good to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and post this in here. Just kind of do a little bit of editing here. Let's see, is there anything I can do to make this look nicer? Well, first let's put in our affiliate links, or our affiliate links, our authority links. So that's realtor.org. I'll link out to that. I gotta name the article too. Let's see, this is called Good Reasons for Using a Realtor. So I'll say why you should use a realtor. Another thing I gotta do, I'm gonna save a draft because I forgot to change my permalinks. Let's go change permalinks. And we want to do post name. We could even do category post name, but I'll just do post name. Alright, so that's changed. Go back in here now. Now we got our permalinks in there. Now what I just did there was just, I'm just adding this in to make the article more about Franklin instead of general real estate. Because Google picks up on that. You know, Franklin's in the article, they're going to pick up on that. Since we're going to be linking to, you know, Franklin real estate agents, we want the article to be about Franklin. Alright? And doing simple stuff like that will help us make it about Franklin. Again, just adding stuff about Franklin. Let me zoom in here so you can see better. It's not going to let me. Hopefully you can read that. So again, I just added Franklin in there again. Okay. So I added Franklin 3 times. I'll probably add in, whoops, forgot my N there. I'll probably add it in one more time where I'll put my link in. Let's see, do we use a sidebar link for this yet? For the real estate page? Let's see. Yeah, we did. We used a sidebar link last time, so let's do a regular link this time in the content. So let's see. We already did Franklin TN real estate agents. We already did the reverse without TN in it. So yeah, I think a good one would be to kind of like make it a branded with keyword. So we'll do like franklintnguide.com dash maybe like your Franklin TN real estate agent. Yeah, because we used real estate agents here and agents here, so I can use just the regular form agent without the S on the end. And I always think of just that little stuff, just making those little changes. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a place where I can make it FranklinTNGuide.com, your Franklin, Tennessee estate agent. Alright. So it's a longer anchor text with branding in there. And I'm doing that because this is one of my weakest domains. So I'm going to mix it up like that. Okay. And this is going to be going on the site eastprc.org. Put that in here. It's the 20th. So we'll track. Let's track Franklin TN real estate agent. Let's see where that's ranking. I could just check my my keyword tracker, but I want to see it with my own eyes. So I like my data to be pristine, if that makes sense. Alright, so page 3. Because MSM can be like a day behind sometimes or a few spots off, I like it to be pretty exact. Here it is right here. So that's number 50. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put 50 here. The keyword is Franklin TN real estate agent. I think that's what it was, right? Yeah, Franklin TN real estate agent. And then we're just doing social explosion in there. No sidebar link. Alright. So then I can see, you know, this can help me determine what this link does for that keyword, which is like the keyword that we got in here. Alright. It's at the end of here with some branding in here. Actually, did I? Okay. See, if I included TN here and TN here, I probably wouldn't have included it here. That's fine to have. I could do Tennessee spelled out. Alright, well, let's try that. One of our favorite resources for real estate in this area is the following. And FranklinTNGuide.com dash your Franklin TN real estate agent. That doesn't sound as natural as I like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to real estate agent of Franklin TN. Or in Franklin TN, I guess. Good enough. Let's go back and update that. Alright, FranklinTNGuide.com dash real estate agent and Franklin TN. Okay. So let's copy this and put in that link. I did a more specific title for that link. As you can see, I always mix that up. Alright, so we got an authority link here, our money link there. I'll just do those two links. One authority link, one money link. That'll be fine. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to add a picture in. I haven't done a picture yet. I'm going to do Franklin TN, go to images. I'll use this one here. So I'm going to pause this, I'm going to save it and go grab it, just so I don't reveal any files I don't want to reveal. So I'm going to save this and then I'll upload it. Be right back. Alright, so once I added that in, all I did was I right-clicked, saved as, to the folder I wanted to save it to. Came in here, I clicked before the one, and then I add media. I choose the file location of where I saved it, and I did left align, and this is where it is. Okay, I set the title to like Franklin TN, or the description, and I didn't put anything for the alt image or anything like that. All right, so we got a picture in there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and post this, and I'm gonna do a sidebar, and I'll edit the sidebar a little bit. I'll do like a video in the sidebar. I did an RSS feed a couple times. I could do RSS feed too. Why not? I'll put this one in a category. We can put it in real estate. Sometimes I'll do a category, sometimes I don't. So let's go ahead and publish. Alright, we can see here. There's our article. Alright. So let's go make it look a little prettier. Go to widgets, appearance widgets. What do I want out of here? Let's see. We'll get rid of everything but categories and recent posts. I'll put a calendar in there. Let's see. I'll put a text thing in there so I can put a video in. So let's go to Google and find a video net, or YouTube. And find a video. I like a 7-year-old video. Sounds good to me. Alright, so I'm going to click share, embed, copy that, and throw that in a text file. Save that, and now let's go do an RSS feed. You know, I've been liking doing is like weather and stuff like that. Like when I'm doing like a local, like a location. As you can see, I have Nashville weather here. I did that for one of our Nashville sites. So let's go to Franklin TN weather. Alright, and this will give us the weather. We'll get it from weather.com. RSS feed. Copy that RSS feed. Throw that in. Franklin weather report. Display date and save. Alright, so let's go see how that looks. Alright, so we got our calendar here, recent post categories, we got a video, and then the Franklin weather report. This tells us about the weather going on in Franklin. Alright, and our article. That's all done. So we're good. Alright. So we made a link today to one location. Again, I don't like how we have. I wouldn't like to do 2, 1, 2, then another 2. I want to get a link to just one location of the site in, and I'll probably do that again with the next post, since I started 2 out of 3 with 2 links. Because right here we would have 5 links from 3 domains. Okay, so I wouldn't want, you know, like 7 links from. I mean, it would be fine, but I like staying safe. All right. So that's why I'm just going to 1 here. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 links from 4 domains. Alright, which is very, very likely to happen. And then we saw the movement for the car insurance. You know, that's moving nicely. And again, I think that the jump yesterday was from this one right here, and that we should see another jump from this one here in a couple weeks. We'll see. And this one should also jump in a couple weeks, but again, we'll see. And this might have a little bit of effect right away. We'll see what happens, and I'll shoot the next video soon. All right, this one took 2.5 weeks. Again, I almost shot a couple days ago, and then I saw the movement, and I was like, I'm going to wait to see what happens over the next couple days, then I'll shoot. So I'll likely wait a couple weeks till I shoot the next one. And this is what's cool about SEO, when you're patient. If you're patient, you get the URL, the anchor text right, and you have the good links, which we know how to do with our PBNs. You're going to get the results, as you see here. These aren't super strong sites. Nowhere near as strong as a lot of the sites that I have in my PBN. Again, I just got them quickly at a decent price, and you can find sites way stronger than this for the same price. Again, I was just in a rush. I shouldn't say way stronger, but you can definitely find sites stronger than this at the same price, or even less. All right. So, hopefully this series is helping everyone understand how this works, and just hashing out the details about what I think about when I'm making a post, and the type of things that I change up and all that. All right. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. All right. I wanted to do a quick update video because I think we got some pretty cool data here. Last time we were talking about the ranking delay. Now I talked about what I think's going on. How you get a little bit of movement at first, which of course you don't notice with the bigger terms because they're so far back. But with the smaller terms, you will notice that smaller movement at first, and then about a month in, you get a bulk of the juice. And then from there, you probably get more over time, but a bulk of the juice comes about a month after the link's placed. So we expected this link or these links to give another boost about a month after, right? I shot this video on the 20th. Today is the 28th, so it's been a little over a week. In that video I said I expect in about 2 weeks that these will start kicking up. And we're starting to now see, 8 days later, a little early, the real estate terms move up. So you got, +9, +5, +70, huge movement there, +7, +9. All the real estate terms are moving up. Okay, they're getting a boost. These are car insurance. There's real estate. All the real estate ones are getting a pretty big one, at least 6 spots as the minimum. This one big term +70. Okay, so let's go type in Franklin real estate agents, or agent, I think it was, and we will see Franklin TN Guide here at number 7. Okay, so it is really ranked there. So let's go back and look at this. I believe that this is from this link here. It just came a little early. It's been 25 days, which is a little under a month. It's not like the delay is exactly a month. It's about a month. It could be from this one right here. It seems like whenever you link to a page by itself, like from a site, you get more juice than linking the two at once. So it could be from this, like the early boost from this one. Then we'll see more about 3 weeks later. But I personally think it's from this one right here. It's pretty cool that we on the last video we talked about we expected that to happen in a few days. We're a few days early, but this is pretty much what we expected, which is pretty cool. All right. But I just wanted to shoot this video and show it's going as planned, as we expected, and I expect them to keep moving up over time. It just takes a little longer now with this ranking delay, and I think we still have 2 sites left to use. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, we've used 4. We got 2 more, so I'll give it a little more time, see if they move up anymore, and then make a decision from there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Talk to you soon.